My dream is simple. I just really want to make a YouTube video with proper script and a little bit of editing, maybe exploring my own style with I want to shoot a real footage with my pocket camera. I think it was kind of cool, and then I make some kind of video essay, or yeah, basically I just want to talk talk about specific things in my video, and then not only talk about it, but also I want to give start to give something like value to my potential audience. I don't really care about planning my YouTube channel in terms of um knowing my demographic, or yeah, like an actual YouTuber. For now, I just really want to I just want to write, actually. I just want to write a proper script, and then I want to write a full script, start with what the fuck I want to talk about, and then what my video will look like. But I think I'm still, to be honest, I'm still not confident enough about my English. I am still afraid of making grammatical mistake, because this is something that the most significant pressure that I always have when I speak, whether it's a public speaking or whether it's me in front of the camera. The pressure that I always feel really suppress me of being of being comfortable with what I'm trying to say, is just the fear of saying in incorrect way, grammatically incorrect. I feel like my English right now is kind of decreasing, because I haven't been speaking often in English. But this kind of phase is familiar. It's a familiar thing. I've been experiencing this throughout my throughout the time I'm learning English, and then it recovers after this. I'm speaking really stuttering, a lot of grammatical correct, a lot of pressure, and then it starts to recover, and then it was okay. Yeah, so I don't really think about this that much, and and right now I am currently I want to just focus on um saying it comfortably, without any burden, without any pressure. That's it. Okay, that's my concern. That's my concern, and I don't know if I'm going to publish this part. This is actually not the reason why this is actually not the reason I press the record button and start to make this video. The reason I make this video, I actually have a specific thing that I want to talk about, but I am not still confident in talking it. Maybe it's because maybe it's I'm very aware that I am still learning about this, and I don't think I have enough to say, or at least give opinion about something with this idea that I am still learning. So yeah, I've been exploring about philosophy a lot, especially. Oh, it all started with one idea, which was the body without organs. It is an interesting idea that I am still intrigued with that, and I am kind of like down into the rabbit hole. The body without organs is a philosophical idea, but I don't know. I don't think I can explain this in my own words right now because I'm still learning it. But if you're interested, because when I was interested in this idea, I was intrigued by this by the name of the idea, because I thought it was I thought it was kind of like I thought it was the name of the book, like the name of the fiction book, like a horror book, like the Harlan Ellison's I must scream. I have no mouth, but I must scream. I thought it was something like that, something disturbing, and I was really intrigued if it was like a fiction, and it turned out it's a philosophical idea, which I was like more intrigued. So I dig it up. I knew the names like Deleuze, Gilles Deleuze, if I'm not mistaken of saying it, of pronouncing it, and Felix Guattari. And then I started picking up in their works, the Anti-Oedipus, and then I just read the introduction, and then I stopped because the introduction itself was really like overwhelming, and I was genuinely intrigued, and I was like, I want to like challenge myself, but like I don't think it's. I didn't think, and still I think that I don't think it's realistic enough for me to like just like just pick up their book without knowing more about how to approach them. So I watch some of videos about them, and I found like very interesting and very, I don't know, it was like amazing video. So like basically this guy I found on YouTube, I forget his name, but he was explaining the body without organs with drum machine, I think. And I think it was very well explained, I must say. So if you're interested, just search the body without organs explained with a drum machine. And I got so much reference from there, like like some references that are not really well known, and like the band Suicide. Like I just knew that band, and I think I fell in love with that band. I started to listen to that band, Suicide, and I like it. I like I don't know, like I think I like the their story more of like their story and their approach to music, like their idea or their philosophy into music rather than the music itself. Well, no, actually the music is like I like the music because it's like like it's very chaotic. I've been listening to Aphex Twin, so it kind of resonate to Aphex Twin like in some way because of the repetitive sound. Because I was like really against in that type of music, and I was really not into like very repetitive experimental, because I was growing up, I only listen to pop music. I only listen to like the mainstream music. So um, and then the moment I start to like interested in underground was like it was of like like Blade, and then it was like in the early like 2023, I guess. It was like in high school, and Blade. Start from there, I get into more experimental, like Xavier Sobeys. I listen to him a lot, but in besides of like that specific underground type of music, I also like to explore more like the music with any genre that is um, that is they're not really well known. For example, like I like Sabiel Barrier, if I'm not mistaken. Sabiel Barrier, I don't know how to pronounce her name. She's a German singer songwriter. She has interesting background story. She's only has one album, and it was pretty interesting. And then Nick Drake as well. And then start from that, I start to I like the exploration of finding something new, especially in music, and it actually motivates me to like make music in sort of in a weird way, in not mainstream way. And so I actually had the kind of mentality that is discussed in The Body Without Organs, which is like well, it's just a simplified version. I think it was about exploring the potential, literally in anything, just like the Suicide Band that find drum machine as not as something that is not representational. Well, it's a different kind of idea, but I don't know. See, I don't think I don't think I can explain it now in this video, because I'm still not really matured yet in talking about that idea. See, like, this is the kind of like consequence if I just like talk without proper script. It's like I'm just exploring anything. Well, despite of that, it's actually kind of helpful for me, because because like, this is like an impromptu speech, and I think impromptu speech can actually help me to perform better socially, when I will use my English in socially. But writing script is also helpful for me, because I want to like broaden my no I actually want to like I want to be an academic. I'm kind of interested in research, especially in social research. I don't know why, but I just like the idea of you like reading a lot and then try to gathering data and then analyze it, make a new I don't know how to say it, but yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that. And then yeah, I'm interested in research. I'm interested. What was I talking about? Yeah, so that is the consequence if I just make video like this. do not have specific goals that I want to talk about, like the specific end of this how do you say that, an ending, discussion, I don't know. And then also the state of mind I'm experiencing right now is not like the usual, because I used to like speak really well. I usually speak like it was okay, but I just feel like right now my vocabularies and my vocabularies, my pattern of no my shit. This is also kind of funny, and also kind of makes me angry, but it's also kind of funny because I cannot, the the vocabularies that I used to know, it disappear now, like kind of disappear, and also the grammatical pattern that I used to be familiar with. My old video, you can watch my old video. I speak with like not like this, I don't speak like, wait, that's kind of fucked up. My memory is kind of fucked up right now. I don't know why, but the old video, at least in my own experience, when I was making that video, I didn't feel like this. This is like full of confusion right now. I feel like the amount of, I don't know, the vocabulary that I have, that I am familiar with before, I used to like use it, like it's all disappeared. It's only like very like basic and common vocabularies and grammatical pattern. It's really weird. I don't know why, but I experienced this before. I experienced this, like I also make a video where I also talk about this, like why my English is decreasing, like is it like what the fuck is wrong with my brain, something like that. And I was genuinely really scared, like what is wrong with this, like I'm not tired, I'm not tired, I'm not I don't experience any pain. I don't experience anything. I just can't think like normal. I just can't speak like normal. I just can't talk to you. I just can't explore my idea. I just can't present my idea like clearly, like I don't know why, like something like that. But right now I'm also kind of like, I'm not scared, it's just like it's kind of like I hate it, I hate it. Yeah, so something like that. And in I think 19 September 2025, I will be participating in national debate competition, and I only have 1 month to prepare, while I'm experiencing this kind of stuttering, and I don't know what the fuck is this. And I'm interested actually in exploring this kind of situation I'm in more, because I don't know what the fuck is this. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens like this, like there's no sign of anything. It just happens like this. I can't communicate like clearly. I don't know why. So yeah, I think I'm gonna look up about this kind of problem on Reddit. Man, I really love Reddit. I don't know why. Like, first time I discovered Reddit was in high school. I think the last year in high school, I was like really edgy, person back then. Like, I hate anything that is mainstream ever since I found, underground music. So like, I found this Reddit, I don't know, out of nowhere, I think, and gradually I realized it's miracle. Like, I started to find something. No. I merely just, found like, I merely just like, searching pirated stuff, like, software and music software, something like that. I found it on Reddit, like drum kits. I didn't explore that much. I regret it though, like, because just today, I just explore the piracy, the r slash piracy, and then I just explored the mega thread, and then I want to know like the list of the music piracy website, and then I found this. I think it was like, I forget the name, but it was like Gmail or something. And then I found this very structured, very well structured website with this VSTs, like very famous VSTs. The list of it, like, endless. Holy shit! Like, there's a Roland bundle, Arturia bundle. Shit, there were endless of list of VSTs, plugins, etc. And I was like, really, damn. I wish I found it sooner though, because right now I think my musical, my approach to music production right now, I think it's better, much better than before, because I was too I was too focused on getting external validation. I only created short song, like 30-40 seconds, just to pause, just for the sake, like likes. I posted it in Instagram, WhatsApp status, just just to show my friend that I'm good at it, and most of the song is just a cover song that I didn't put any credit on. And it's been happening up until like recent days, and then there's a moment, it's just happening recently, where I want to focus more on myself. I don't know to explain this in like specific and in more, so that you can resonate with my story. I still don't have the ability to do that, but I want to make music just for myself. It's not enough. That explanation itself is not enough. There's something more in it that I want to explain more. But in broad terms, I want to just make music for myself. All right, because I find it recently, like, yeah, in this year, 2025, I like to make music. I like my approach to making music is different than I was like in 2023, 2024, where I just want to like get that external validation from my friends. But now I just want to, I find it really fun, to experimenting with synthesizer, drum sound, And also ever since I listened to like artists like Mike, Earl Sweatshirt, Xavier So Bass, and Aphex Twin, they're so like, I don't know, they're so themselves, you know, and I want to be myself too. And I think it's cool, you know, to have the ability to like explore your sound freely, you know, without having to like to meet a certain criteria or ideal type of sound, you know. It's kind of fun. And I didn't use my MIDI keyboard anymore. I used to like want to. I bought MIDI keyboard twice. Like, first time I bought, I regretted it because I was sample heavy, you know, producer, and I sold it. The same MIDI keyboard I sold, I I had sold. I bought it again. It was Launchkey mini keyboard, 25 keys. I bought it again because I really miss, and also it was like my holiday. It was like a third semester holiday, I think. It was like 1 month, you know, free time. So I think it's good to, you know, messing around with sound again. But now I don't think I want to use MIDI keyboard anymore because I don't know, I find it just fun to like, you know, program it with keyboard and mouse. I think it's enough, you know. So I think I'm gonna sell that again. Basically, I want to sell all of my, you know, unnecessary things because, you know, I want to have a decent job, you know. So I want to focus on my study. I want to like improve my English. I want to be the best at English, man. Like, for real though. Like, I think I'm already in the like I'm still feeling mediocre, you know. This My English is still moderate. Like, it's still on average. Like, it's still not like something, you know, like decent, you know. It's still on average. But I see hope, you know, because the first I am genuinely passionate about English, you know. I really like English. I think English is the most the first language the first language I learned as a second language that has very you know, like the sound of it specifically. I like the sound of English, whether it's American or British, you know, like. And really, like, I'm not interested in any languages right now. I don't know why. But I'm only interested in English. But I'm also kind of pissed. I've been pissed off because I haven't really been improving that much, you know. Like, my process was kind of slow, and, you know, I'm kind of pissed off because of that. I'm still pissed off. I don't know why. Maybe you know, I haven't, you know, I see, like, I still, I'm still confused about using like I have, should have, like, it's still not, I'm still not free of that, you know, like, it's still not natural, I think. I don't know why. Yeah, yeah. Back to I think it was the job topic. Yeah, I want to have a decent job because I want to like afford musical gears. Musical gears. This is like my dream, I think. It's not like my dream that I've been dreaming for like years. No, it's you know, ever since I started listening to like Aphex Twin and then Feijin and then yeah, I want to like buy musical gears like synthesizer and then drum machine. I think the first gears that I will buy if I can like make myself living for, I think I'm gonna buy Korg Folk, no, yeah, Korg Folka series, the Korg Folka sampler, Korg Folka keys, Korg Folka FM, Korg Folka beats, Korg Folka bass, you know. And then I'm gonna move on to like synthesizer, like from Korg as well. It was like a Micro Butte, I think, and then Mini Freak. I also like it. By synthesizer, and that's it. I think I'm not interested in buying guitars, in buying like a real drum. I am really not. I've been buying guitar for 1, 2, 3 times, and then I sold I sold them all because it was all acoustic though. Like, but it was upgrading. I start from the shitty guitars like this one is, I still have this one, my first guitar. It only cost 150,000 rupiah. Yeah, it was a shitty guitar, but it was like for the requirement that I was like in junior high school, and then there's I don't know what that is, a subject like an art subject, I think. And then there was I don't know, our curriculum is kind of weird. There's a guitar lesson, but only like in a week, and you should have guitar. Not you should have, but you should bring your guitar, whether you borrow from your friend, from your from your relevant, or you buy. And I started to buy as I choose to buy because why not? It's not really that expensive. I didn't really know much about guitar, like the the comfort, and then the overall comfort of playing guitar. I didn't really know. And then I started, and then when the first time I went in high school, I think it was like the first year, I bought like my second guitar from it was a local brand. It was still a shitty guitar though. And then the last guitar I bought, it is kind of expensive. It was like 700,000 rupiah. It was from Yamaha. I think it was C15, I guess, if I'm not mistaken. What? Apa?